Combine by former Baylor cornerback Kalon Barnes, who joins us on Sikkim 365 Radio and 365 Sports. How much has your phone blown up with the attention you have received, young man?
Yeah, most definitely. Yesterday, I woke up with. Yesterday, I had 5,000 followers. I woke up with 10K. So it's going real crazy right now.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah. So, Kalon, you run a 4.33 the first time, which most people would kill for. I mean, almost anybody at the combine would kill for a 4.33. Did you know the second time you were going to get better?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Because that 4.3 looked too good. Because I was shooting for a 4.2 anyway. So I ran a 4.3 the first time, and I kind of knew where I messed up at. Like in the run, I popped up too fast. I knew exactly what to do for the second run. So I knew it was going to be faster.
Kalon, did you feel challenged after what Taekwon had done on Thursday night?
Oh yeah, most definitely. A lot of guys at the combine, we were teammates, and they were like, I heard you fast too. What you gonna do? And I was like, I'm gonna just show y'all when I get there. I can't speak on. I'm gonna have this moment right now. I'm proud of my bro. I'm proud of him.
It was such an unbelievable weekend of publicity for Baylor football with what Taekwon did and then what you did and what JT did, among others. What about it? We know the family, the camaraderie, all the things you guys have represented through ups and downs in the time you were there. What was that like to feed off of each other?
And, most three of us we came in together as freshmen. We all had to play early, with both coaching staff, with Coach Rule and David Rondo. They both taught us a lot of things with being mentally prepared and how to become a better, be accountable and how to become a better man, each and every day.
All right, so if you were to make a 4x1 team from your team this year, I'm assuming the three of you guys might be on it, JT, Taekwon, and you. Who would be the fourth person on that, and where would you stack the roster? Where would you run?
All right. It's gonna be me, Taekwon, JT. I give it to L, and I'm anchor, of course. I'm gonna put Tristan at the first leg. I'm gonna let Taekwon. No, I'm gonna let JT run the stretch, and I'm gonna let Taekwon run the curve. Because I know he'll push separation. He gonna hand it to me. I'm gonna bring it home.
That's a pretty formidable team right there. Yeah, I didn't think about Tristan as well. Yeah, absolutely.
And he hasn't run yet, right? That's today, isn't it?
No, he's running at Pro Day.
Pro Day, yeah.
No. Tristan ran. He ran a 4.43, right?
Yeah, no, he had a heck of a time. Abram's going to run in the Pro Day.
Abrams running Pro Day.
Yeah, me, Abe, and Ty, we all trained together.
Oh, yeah, cool. So what's that process been like? Just the training and getting ready? I mean, the grind, and it's as much mental, I would think, Kalon, as physical as well. But, it's something you guys have been preparing for a long time. Now that you're in it, what's the experience been like?
It's been, like I said, I just followed back on the two coaching staff we had. I feel like we was really prepared. Like we was ready for it. These 4 years we had two great coaches. They both prepared it real well. During the years we were there. But the experience it's exciting. It's a blessing just to get the experience. A lot of guys shoot this is like a lot of football players' dream. Mm-hmm. So just to actually be here, it's surreal. I just say it's a blessing just to be here. Thank you for the opportunity.
So, Kalon, obviously you guys are wrapped up. Or you wrapped up a massive year for Baylor, biggest year in school history as far as football, winning the number of games you did, and then the Sugar Bowl. You went through so much change over the last 4 years, position coaches, head coaches, all that jazz. Just what was that like to be able to close your career in the Sugar Dome or in the Sugar Bowl against Ole Miss with a win like that after having won the Big 12 title, given the ups and downs? Just how satisfying was that for you?
It was real satisfying. It was a way to go out with a bang. It was my last year. So, just going out with a bang, I lost the game from 2019 in the Sugar Bowl. I just ended my game somewhere where like I wanted to win that from the previous years. It was a real good feeling.
What's it been like from those who knew you at Silsbee? We've talked about, you mentioned the Twitter followers, whatever that was. What about your text messages? How many people blew up your phone?
Nah, a lot of people text my phone, but I just changed my number recently, so a lot of people don't got my phone. But I know, like the guys back at Baylor, they was texting me, and like the people that do have my number, like some of my close friends, they had texted me, of course, and obviously like my family members and like old high school coaches. But that's really what my phone consisted of.
You of course, what was it? Is it 10-2-2 in the 100? Is that what you did at the state meet?
My junior year.
Your junior year. So this is in your blood. This is something you've worked hard for. Just because you're naturally fast doesn't mean that means you run a 4.23. This is all about hard work as well, not just the training, but being a track guy. How much does it mean to you that you were able to do that in the spotlight, in the moment, like during an interview, and all the stuff you've done before it worked out?
Can you say that one more time?
After all the hard work from the days you were in high school, the track and football and everything else, to get to where you were and then to pop that number, how much does that make everything worth it? And how much did it kind of just like, man, it all worked out at the right time?
Yeah, it was. I feel like everything. Like I always got asked, do a lot of change anything back in the past, and I was like, no, I wouldn't, because I feel like I wouldn't be in the position I am here today. But just all them long days. I remember 2016. That was the year it really started. I used to go. We used to be a bunch of us was out there just working every day and be out there for hours and hours, and bringing that same mentality into college, still just trying to get better. And then I had two tough coaches, and I feel like I was built for it. Like I was just built for being in this position.
A 10.22, and then next time 10.04. I mean, you have put up some unbelievable numbers, but you're a football player as well. How much sometimes do people focus on the speed rather than the fact you play football?
Yeah, that's kind of common, but I try to tell people, like, I'm a football player that runs track, not a track player. Not a track player that plays football. Mm-hmm. I think that we kind of have it mixed up at times.
So, Kalon, I know there's a lot of interviews and just media and all sorts of different things. You guys get measured and all that kind of jazz. But what kind of a feeling do you have leaving the combine? I mean, obviously, there's a lot of talk about your 40 time, but just in terms of sort of the vibe you picked up and talking to teams, I mean, what was kind of said to you? What are you sort of expecting now as the rest of the build-up to the draft continues?
I expect good things out of it. I just got to keep praying and keep God first, And I expected it to be a good come out, because I really feel like, with the time I ran, it was kind of expected to, like, not to where, like, it was a record-breaking time type of thing. But I feel like it then, like, with the drills, doing my drill work, I feel like I had a good day of drills, and then I'm going to have another opportunity at per day. But I think it was well worth it.
Your agent, Aston Wilson, Eric Galka, who was the guy that ran the Shrine Bowl out in Vegas, he talked about you, Taekwon, Treston, and all that. It's been fun, huh? It's just starting for you, but how much has your agent helped along the way? Obviously, they have an important part of this, and just kind of having a chance to show yourself off.
Like, he does everything behind the scenes. He gets it done. That was something I was looking for when I was looking for an agent. It was someone that was, like, actually about the business part of it, and just not trying to get, like, the player who, like, just the player that they actually, like, stood on their word and just handle business like they promised they were going to do.
Enjoy it. You got anything, Craig? Enjoy it, Kalon. Thank you very much. We'll be in touch. And again, thanks to Aston Wilson as well for setting that up. We appreciate it. Get some rest and then stay focused.
Yes, sir. I'm all good.
Kalon Barnes from Silsbee, Texas, Baylor cornerback. And when Rich Eisen tweeted out Well, when the NFL tweeted out Tyquan Thornton's unofficial time on Friday or Thursday night, John Ross congratulated him. When Rich Eisen tweeted out Kalon Barnes' number yesterday, John Ross then put that one out as well. So that's respect from the guy that had put up and still has the highest and fastest, at 4.22.
Well, I think it's pretty crazy is that the three fastest times were nearly all Baylor players, or could have been in a different world. And I know probably every school could do like, well, hey, we recruited this guy too, but Tariq Woolen had the second fastest time, and he literally came down to Baylor versus UTSA a few years ago. Matt Rule and them wanted him bad, and he chose UTSA, and I want to say – I don't know if he played in the I don't know. I can't remember the time periods right away.
When they played each other?
Yeah, I can't remember if it was like right after that or right before that. But either way, Tariq Woolen was very close to being a Bear and ended up at Roadrunner instead. But he posted the second fastest time. So had he ended up at Baylor all those years ago, you might have had 1, 2, 3, all sub 4.3s by Bears. Instead you had 2 out of 3. That's still pretty dang good though.
All right, it's 5:27 when we come.